sometimes or most often physical impairments. It may limit participation in daily and economic activities. Remember, the emphasis is not on ability, but limitation. It limits this person's daily and economic activities. We are not looking at the abilities because most of these individuals are super capable, most often more than persons who are not struggling with any form of disability. And so it's not disability or ability issue. It has to do with limitations. Now, listen to this and let's go through some of these statistics. Are you aware that we have about 8% of Ghanaians living with disabilities in this country? And I'm talking about Ghana's population. So if Ghana's population, as we know per statistical service, is around 32 million, 8% are persons living with disabilities. And this approximately goes to 2.1 million of Ghana's population. And that is huge. If you have about 2.1 million of your population being persons with disabilities, then I tell you that this is a force, a significant force that we cannot do without. Look at the gender and location distribution. We have higher prevalence among females. They are 8.8% more than males. It is common in the rural areas than urban areas. So in the rural areas, you have about 9.5%. In the urban areas, we have 6.5%. What it means is that rural areas face limited access to services and opportunities. I indicated earlier that we have different forms. So we have the visual impairments, hearing impairments, as we often refer to them as the deaf. We have the physical disability, the immobility, speech and communication disorders. We also have the cognitive and the behavioral conditions. Now, let's look at some details. Blindness in this country, we have about 35,642 persons. Deaf or deafness, we have about 19,448. Immobility, 33,778. Self-neglect, 28,599. Non-expressive communication, 17,577. Unintelligible speech, we have 15,196. About 150,000 people, age 5 and above, have severe to profound disabilities. We have, most commonly, we have about 4% difficulty in seeing. It affects about 4% of the population. Visual impairment is the most widespread condition, indicates need for assistive technologies and support. Remember, we are focusing on employment. So let's zoom a bit into employment. Challenges in employment. We have what we call discrimination and stigma. We have lack of accessibility workplaces, limited education and skills training, inadequate transportation systems, low awareness among employees. We have laws, we have frameworks, but I mean, the truth of the matter is whether or not these laws are implemented is also another thing. So we have the Disability Act 2006. It promotes rights and protection of PWDs. It calls for equal employment opportunities. That's why I said whether the laws are enforced is a different thing. But the law, Disability Act 2006, Act 715, it calls for equal employment opportunities. Enforcement remains a challenge, as I indicated earlier. Let's look at some of the strategies to promote employment. Inclusive education and vocational training, workplace accessibility improvements, public awareness campaigns, government incentives for employers, support for entrepreneurship, among others. These are the things I will come back to it. I have about 2 or 3 more slides to go, but I'll come back to it. The reason why this evening's posture, if you observe, is a bit solemn is simply because, and as I indicated earlier, this is a topic that I want us to reflect on. Let us reflect on this very, very well and carefully. Remember what I said earlier. Disability is not meant for a certain group of people. Each and every one is prone to it. It can happen to you. It can happen to me. It can happen to anyone. We pray that it doesn't happen. But as we pray that it doesn't happen, our brothers and sisters who unfortunately find themselves in such situation, what are we as society doing for them? We are going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, I'll introduce to you the guests that I have, and we'll zoom right into the conversation. But remember, even before we got to the next part after coming back, you are at liberty to share in your views, your positions, your questions through the WhatsApp line as exhibited on the screen. How best can we take care of the issue bordering on employment as far as persons with disabilities in this country are concerned? I'll be right back.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
If a cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehinfa pa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre. Me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account, and da so wɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, and the akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Now one so what to me aka say.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me damwase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Hello Ghana. Payday is here. Stand a chance to win instant cash prizes on Review Scratch for Win. Up to 100,000 Ghana cedis to be won today. Get ready to play Review Scratch for Win to win big on TV XYZ. Stop scrolling and start winning. It's simple. Dial *850*6# on all networks. Choose your card type and select your lucky card for a chance to win big. Play with at least 5 Ghana cedis or more. You could win up to 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes instantly. Yes, you heard right. 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes. Don't miss out on the chance to win big. Dial *850*6# to play it now. Review Scratch for Win. Scratch it again. They discuss it pound. You must be 18 years and above to play. Terms and conditions apply. This game is regulated and approved by the NMA and the Caritas Foundation.
Welcome back. I'm still your host, Emmanuel Jr., the chief crusader against corruption here in Ghana. And as you know very well, this is the only platform that discusses the future of this country. We want to transform the future of this country. We want to move away or deviate from what we have always been exposed to over the past years, simply because we believe that you cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. And that's why this is the only platform you have when it comes to transforming the future of this country. This evening, as I indicated, we are looking at persons with disabilities, and we are going to focus a bit more on employment opportunities, among other things, but employment opportunities for persons with disability. We are fortunate to have with us great guests or great persons. And for me, I believe that if you indeed want to solve a problem, you don't solve a problem by ignoring the people that the solution is meant for. They understand the situation very well, and so they are the best persons to engage for them to profess solutions. And that is what we intend doing this evening. So we have the president of the Coalition of Unemployed Disabled Graduates, Felix Ba, and we also have Elisa Ifia Mate. These two are my guests. In fact, we have three guests. The third person will be introduced at the right time. But at this very moment, I have with me Felix and I have with me Elisa. We are going to have a conversation. Felix and Elisa, welcome to Politics and Beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How was your day?
Cool by the grace of God.
That's nice. I like your smile. That's good. Felix, how was your day?
Oh, manageable.
Great,
Yeah,
great.
so struggling.
It is well. It is well.
Yeah.
I know that both of you are graduates.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll start with you, Felix.
Okay.
Which school and which course did you pursue?
Okay, I completed University of Education, Winneba, and I did special education and IT.
Okay, how long? What was the duration for your
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
So you have a degree.
Exactly.
Elisa, you?
I also attended the University of Ghana and I studied social work and education. Yes.
So how has it been throughout your education? Elisa, first and foremost, were you born blind?
Okay. What I can say is that I just realized at age 6 that my eyesight was deteriorating. So I was sent to the hospital and it was confirmed that I had cataracts.
Okay.
After some couple of surgeries, it turned out that glaucoma also came into the picture.
Wow.
And that was it.
Oh my goodness. So it means from age 6, or let's even assume from age 7, when did you went blind totally?
I
Do you
think
remember?
it's 12,
Age
it's
12.
13.
So you've been schooling from age 12, age 13 as someone who cannot see.
Yes.
And how has it been?
It hasn't been easy at all finding myself, especially in Africa. But sometimes as Christians, we console ourselves with the word of God and move on so that we wouldn't be depressed.
That's right. And what motivated you? Because I know that persons with disability, especially the blind, all we are exposed to are these individuals being on the roadside or by the roadside begging for alms. And they confirm to society that, because they are disabled, it means they can't do anything. What motivated you to continue your education to the stage of becoming a graduate?
Okay, so I think I would give the applaud to my family.
Right.
My family is my biggest motivation and backbone of who I am today. Because I was just little. I did not know anything about life. I couldn't even understand my situation.
Right.
But my mom and my dad, especially my dad, never rejected me. though they were still in the state of denial, but they made sure they would take me to school for the blind, take care of my needs, visit me all the time, and also they motivate me not to cry. They always assure the love they have for me. My siblings, they don't discriminate against me.
Right.
So I can say my family. And beyond my family, I think I personally, I sat down one day and told myself that my disability shouldn't define me. I have something in me beyond disability. And if I work hard, I will be a great person in future and make an impact in the society.
Right. That's a great one. Alisa, I'm asking you these questions because I'm building a point.
Okay.
Now, with all this expectations, you'll be a great person, as you have indicated and all that. When did you complete school?
2023.
23. So you became a graduate in the year 2023. We are in
Yes,
2026. That's about 3 years after.
Yeah.
You've done your national service.
Yes.
After finishing your national service, that ambition, that which motivated you to say that you want to be a great person in future, you want to be an independent person to a very large extent so that you will not depend on your parents. Even if you cannot take care of them, you will not be a burden on them. 3 years after graduation, how is it like with that hope?
Unfortunately, it hasn't been easy, and I haven't yet achieved anything I dreamt of because of lack of employment. Let me say it this way. I always have the passion to seek for the welfare of women, children, and persons with disability.
Yeah.
I'm a very passionate person and also an emotional person. So I always have women at heart, children, and persons with disability. That is why I deliberately studied social work. So I was having the bigger picture to work at the ministries of gender, children, and social protection, so that I can make an impact in the lives of women, children, and persons with disabilities. But here lies the case. I don't have any hope of finding a job any moment from now. Fast forward, I did not want to be a burden on my family, so I decided to start a petty business. But unfortunately, it couldn't stand because immediately people find out that you're a person with disability, it deters them from purchasing from you, which is so heartbreaking. So I have to stop. The little investment I made, I can say it's vanished. But so I have life. So I'm still expecting that one day it shall be well.
What it means is that despite all the efforts, you going to school, now you are struggling to get the regular employment that you're expecting. You decide to do something for yourself, go into, becoming an entrepreneur on your own. You are faced with the challenge of what we define or refer to as stigmatization.
Yes.
That's it, right?
Yes.
So if you are selling X mineral water, and I'm also selling X mineral water, people will prefer coming to purchase from me because they see you as a disabled person, and that alone discourages them from coming to you.
Exactly.
That's sad.
That's sad.
Felix, anyway, I'll come back to you. Felix, now, I'm sure that your story will be similar to that of Elisa.
Exactly.
You were born blind?
Okay, I was not born blind.
You were not born blind.
Yeah.
Great.
I think during my education that one day I was at the exams hall and I realized I was going off.
Wow.
Just like that.
Wow. At what stage in your of your education? Primary, GSS, SS?
That is GHS 3.
Oh, GHS 3.
Yes.
Preparing to go and write BEC.
Exactly. I think we were writing mock.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it just happened.
Yes, sir.
And since then. I mean, I also want to know your motivation. What motivated you not to stop and say that, well, let me also go to the street and beg or do any other thing, but you decided to pursue your education?
Okay, it has some relations to what my sister said.
Okay.
Sometimes we get a loving family. In fact, you are good to go. And sometimes too, I don't blame some of the families because they lack knowledge of certain things related or centered around persons living with disabilities. So you see, when a person becomes disabled in the family, they try to, harbor the person or keep the person in the room. Like, I don't know the impressions they have towards such person.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So if you have, as I said, a very loving family, in fact, you go higher.
That's right.
Yeah.
How long? When did you graduate?
I also graduated 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
So you are also 3 years in it.
Exactly.
After graduation, you did your national service.
I did my national service.
Have you applied to get a job anywhere?
So we've written so many applications
to so many places.
Both
private and public entities.
Exactly. Sometimes, especially the private ones, the moment you get to the reception and they get to know you are disabled or you have challenge with your vision or your sight, it deters them. They would not even mind. They will just tell you, Charlie, there's no vacancy.
There's no vacancy.
They will not look at what you have in you, what is built in you. They will
don't
just
even look at
no.
CV.
They won't even listen
have a
to
conversation with you to know your abilities and all that.
They will not listen to anything of yours.
That's
they will not even take your CV and even read.
What has been the closest you've got into? Have you applied, got into a stage where you've been invited for an interview?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Alisa, have you got into any stage like that?
Yes, I have. But after I discussed with them,
yes,
my reasonable accommodation.
Yeah.
If I talk about reasonable accommodation, I mean the things taken in place for a person with disability to work equally and effectively as a person with no form of disability.
Yeah.
I think they felt it was too much.
Oh.
So they decided to give me 1 or 2 excuses.
They saw it as a burden.
Yes.
So they decided
because I was demanding for a laptop. It was basically a customer care job.
Job, right.
It wasn't so, the payment wasn't too much, but it would have at least helped me.
Kept body and soul together. Yes.
But when I told them I'll need a laptop, they have to try their best and get JAWS for me, which is the speech and all that. I think they felt, oh, nah, we need someone who can just maybe put paper and pen. We don't have money to
do
afford
all those things. That is sad. That is sad. Anyway, the coalition, what is your population? How many graduate disabled persons do we have? Do you have an idea?
Yeah. We are almost 350.
350 graduates.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And none has been employed.
None.
And I believe most of them also graduated just around the same time, 2023.
2023. 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Even we have a guy who completed Koforidua Polytechnic.
Yes.
2007. almost
2007.
19 years.
19 years. Next year will be exactly 20 years.
You can imagine.
You'll be celebrating having a Hardwick anniversary, 20 years anniversary.
20 years anniversary. This is so pathetic.
Yeah, very pathetic. What are some of the ways that you think society can help employ or create employment opportunities? And I want to start with you, Felix.
Okay, so the first thing I will talk about is accepting that disability is never inability.
Right.
The moment you accept or you have that at the back side of your mind, I don't think there will be any inhibitants, or there will be something that will inhibit you for employing or engaging in somebody who is living with disability.
Right. So that is the first thing.
Exactly.
Then, any other thing that comes into mind?
Also, I mean, being ready to provide any items or materials that will assist that person to work without any challenges.
Right. Elisa, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, this will go for the general society.
Yes.
I think we should also put a stop to stigmatization. Let me go back to the business I was in.
Yes.
I tried to self-employ myself, to enter into self-employment,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And actually, my mom sells food.
Okay.
And she had a small shop. So I decided to have a showcase, buy cosmetics, sit inside my mom's shop and sell the cosmetics. But only my presence even deterred people from buying my mom's food.
Really? That's sad.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
So in this situation, how would it encourage someone who is not my family to employ me? Do you get it?
Yeah.
I know a guy who has a challenge with his hands. I think the hands are very tiny. They said I can't see, but according to the sighters, it looks a little bit off.
Right.
Like, and he said whenever he sits at the mom's provision shop to help the mom sell, people wouldn't come around to come and buy. And he couldn't go to school because kids wouldn't even allow him to sit in the same classroom. And parents were even taking their kids out from the school because there is a child with a disability.
Yeah.
So I think the society should also put a stop to stigmatization. They should accept us as human beings. We are human beings before our disability.
Right.
And it could happen to anyone at any time.
That's true. That's very, very, very true. What about now society? The stigmatization. Unfortunately, we live in a society where we are stuck with some old, unfortunate mindsets and informations when it comes to persons with disabilities. That is the societal part. The government also has a significant role to play.
Yeah.
And that has to do with especially the implementation of the acts, the laws, the policies that we have. In all of this, I know we have a ministry, gender, children. They are in charge of persons with disabilities. Have you engaged that ministry in any way in helping, fight the stigmatization, in helping strengthen the policies that we have that governs or takes care of persons with disabilities in this country? Felix, as a president.
I would say yes. Because we've been trying all possible means to, curb this menace with the help of the gender ministry.
Yeah.
But it seems our efforts, not only in this government, the previous one, it seems always our efforts do prove futile.
Okay.
Our effort don't normally yield to a positive result or to our expectations.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even when you get to their reception, in fact, the kind of reception you receive, you will not even like to even pursue the course.
That is the ministry.
The ministries.
There are instances where we have some of the presidents and governments coming in to say that, well, we are taking care of the persons with disabilities. Can't you see we have even appointed this person or that person or that person? That does it help if you hear or you see a president, government appointing one or two persons with disabilities to certain strategic positions over the past years? Has it helped your cause in any way?
It has helped, but another way I can also say, because they are few, it don't also help sometimes.
Right.
Because when they are few in government, society don't normally come to realization that
their impact is not
exactly
felt. Yes. Yeah.
That is making the whole thing very difficult.
Elisa, what are the now that we are talking about stigmatization, and for me that is one key thing that I want us to see how we can take care of. You have lived it, you are still living it, the effect of it. Is it our educational system that is causing this? Is it our traditional beliefs that are causing this things? What exactly do you think are the cause of this stigmatization? Because if you go to other countries, you go to America, for instance, persons with disabilities are given so much attention. The recognition and the respect is super, and it is there. I know persons in private entities who are holding key positions, and they are disabled, especially outside this country, in the United Kingdom, in the United States of America. But it looks like the story in Ghana is a bit different. What do you think causes that, and what do you think should be done?
Okay, thank you very much for this beautiful question. I think it's cut across from the family, the educational system, the traditional and cultural beliefs, and the unimplemented policies also plays a big role here. Let me begin from the family. Each of us knows that the primary source of socialization to any child begins from the family. And because parents, majority of, especially, sorry to say, uneducated parents have these misconceptions about persons with disabilities, they also feed their words with such informations. So you see that right from KG, you see a little child stigmatizing a person with disability because of what his or her mom has told him. Do you get it?
I get it, yeah.
So it starts from there. And to continue, also traditional and cultural beliefs are to be dynamic. The world is evolving. So it's hard time. There are some beliefs in our tradition. We have to just drop it. I quite remember that when I was a kid, I do heard that when a person with disability can't enter the palace.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know if it still exists.
It used to. I have to find out. But what I know is that if you are a person with disability, there are some traditional areas that you cannot access. You can't access the chiefs. And you can't even be a chief.
Yeah, I heard of that one too.
Yeah.
So, for instance, we are in a little village and I'm a visually impaired there. And that particular chief, I can't even go close to that chief because of my disability.
Yes.
What are you communicating to the members of the village?
Right.
Do you get it?
I get it.
Automatically, you are telling them that I'm a little bit dirty, and it's not even a little bit dirty. Like I don't.
Pure.
Yeah, I'm not pure.
Yes.
So I don't even have to come close to any human being.
Yeah.
And that this traditional misconception that people living with cerebral palsy, autism, epilepsy, generally the neurodevelopmental disorders are kids given by the gods.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think we should decenter such beliefs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And also the educational sector. Let me come there.
Yes.
I think there should be a course maybe titled Special Need Education right from class 1. So this will really talk about teach sign language, create awareness to kids about issues related to person with disabilities, how to stay with disability and offer them assistance. And this will minimize the misconception people have about person with disability. So I'll be very happy if GES comes on board, drafts a simple course right from class 1. So right from age 6, I think class 1 is age 6. So right from age 6, you are being educated about how even visual impairment comes about, how cerebral palsy. They teach you that it's a disability, but it's not anything spiritual. It's more of medical, and we are still human beings. So before the child will grow, he or she will know that no, they are human beings, and I don't have to stigmatize or discriminate against them.
That's very, very important. We'll be taking a break, and then we'll bring in the other guests as I indicated earlier. But before we take the break, let me quickly ask this a message that has come back. Let me quickly ask Felix. Felix, we are going to take a break. What are your words, your very last words that you want to communicate? Because after the break, we'll have Prince taking over from you.
All right, thank you for the privilege. What I want to say is we are pleading to the government that persons living with disabilities, we are capable of working. We are competent.
That's right.
We can absolutely work and perform our responsibilities accordingly. Disability is never inability. So we are pleading that when it comes to issues relating or centered around persons living with disabilities, they should, pay much attention to it, because disability is like death.
That's right.
It can easily happen to each and everyone, whether you are a kid, whether you are an MP. So I normally use our former President J. Kufuor, as an example. I can believe strongly that he never had this doubt that one day he will live with a wheelchair. But now, he's a former president. Even His Excellency, the former President J. Kufuor, is sitting in a wheelchair now. You can think of you, a layman person. So disability is just right at the corner. It can happen to each and everyone, irrespective of your status. So when it comes to persons living with when it comes to issues relating with disabilities, I will entreat my people, my leaders, or even more to the point, each and everyone to treat it very important.
Very well. Very well. Thank you so much. There are a number of messages that have started coming in, but as I indicated, we are going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I will give you the opportunity to engage your messages or engage you through your messages. But this is a touching one. This one says, Mr. Wilson, I am a disabled person myself. And this is the lifestyle of disabled in Ghana. 1, street trading. 2, small self-employment. 3, begging due to lack of opportunities. And 4, living like puppets in the house. This is someone, so the person didn't add his name. That is very true, Elisa? The person has summarized the whole stage, right? Anyway, so we'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. Stay tuned.
Hello, Ghana. Payday is here. Stand a chance to win instant cash prizes on Review Scratch for Win. Up to 100,000 Ghana cedis to be won today. Get ready to play Review Scratch for Win to win big on TV XYZ. Stop scrolling and start winning. It's simple. Dial *850*6# on all networks. Choose your card type and select your lucky card for a chance to win big. Play with at least 5 Ghana cedis or more. You could win up to 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes instantly. Yes, you heard right. 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes. Don't miss out on the chance to win big. Dial *850*6# to play it now. Review Scratch for Win. Scratch it again. It is casting pound. You must be 18 years and above to play. Terms and conditions apply. This game is regulated and approved by the NMA and Caritas Bank.
Welcome back. I'm still your host, Emmanuel Wilson Jr., and you are tuning into your transformative program, Politics and Beyond. We are still discussing employment opportunities for persons with disabilities, and we've had a very interesting conversation so far. Some messages coming through where it is being described as a program that is really opening the eyes of most of you, the viewers, and that is the intention. All of us must know that disability is not for any selected few. We have been joined, in addition to Elisa, by Mr. Prince Ejay. Otiwa, right? Otiwa. Prince Ejay Otiwa.
Yes.
Prince, so we've been discussing employment opportunities, and he's also one of the leading members of the coalition. We've been discussing employment opportunities. Prince, let me ask the same question that I asked the two guests earlier. Prince, were you born with disability?
No, I wasn't born with visual impairment. Actually, I became blind 2015.
2015?
Yes,
that's about 10, 11 years ago.
So around 2009, when I completed GHS,
yes,
I was diagnosed with glaucoma.
Right.
And you see, one thing, I wouldn't have been blind, but due to financial hardship on the side of my parents, they're not able to, because when I go to hospital and the doctors check my eyes, they'll give me medicine.
Yes.
But when the medicine gets finished, and because of financial hardship,
yeah,
I was not able to go maybe a week or two. When I'll go, the pressure will just go high. The doctors will be insulting my mother, but there was no money. So this shows how parents with disability, parents who have children with disability are suffering. It's very, very, very bad. So 2015, I became totally blind, but then I've completed GHS. So
awaiting your results, or you have even gotten your results, yes, and you were going to the
yes. So I completed in 2009.
Okay,
I got my certificate.
Yeah,
and then I sat home I went to this too is another story.
Right.
I went to secondary school,
yes,
but the school told me they can't guarantee my safety because of being visually impaired. This also speaks to this community that we should make school inclusive. We shouldn't segregate schools. You have to go all
Very
the
important.
way.
I agree to that.
I have to
Yes.
go all the way to a Kropon. But when I look at myself, at that time I could see small. I was like, oh, I'm not blind. My parents too were living in denial, so they also accepted. So I stayed home for 4 years.
Wow.
4 to 5 years. So 2015, that a venerable woman that I respected so much told me that I have to go to school. And initially I accepted, and I went to Ikropon. That was 2015. So when I went there, I learned the Braille for a year. God being so good, I was able to learn the Braille for only a year.
Okay.
And I moved straight because I was having certificate, basic certificate. I went straight to Kwapmai, which is also an inclusive school.
Okay.
They take blind and so I went to that school and I completed 2019, and I passed, and I came to University of Ghana, the best university in Ghana.
I know.
Actually. So I went there and I read social work with education. Elisa is my course mate.
Your course mate,
from
beautiful.
Kwapmai up to now.
Oh, really?
So yes.
Oh, you know yourself.
Yes. So we are facing it's not easy. We are facing the challenge. She and I are facing the challenge, but it's not easy.
Yeah, that's right. And so after school, have you also tried applying to entities for employment?
Yes. I even our federation, GFD, gave training for us employability skills, how to write CV, how to send email, administrative, how to engage when you are doing administrative work.
Yeah,
we did everything. Afterwards, we sent email. We sent our CV to the local government, the civil service. You go there. Some of the customers some of the workers will treat you right. Others will look down on you, which is fine, and no result. The bottom line is no result. You go, they will talk to you. Oh, you do it. You get clearance. You give you employment. You go back home. You'll be there. You call them. They will not pick, and the rest will be history as usual. Yes. So that's our plight, or that's my plight, I must say.
So as if we have already had this conversation, but the three of you, your story confirms the fact or the position I had earlier that disability is not for any selected few.
Oh, yes.
Everyone can find him or herself in such a state at any time.
Yes.
And just like Felix indicated earlier, we have the former president who is now a disabled person.
Yes.
And I mean, I know of friends, I mentioned some, where, you know, they were born wholly and then they ended up in such a state.
Yes.
Prince, what should we do to take care of persons with disability when it comes to employment in this country?
Thank you very much. I was always looking forward to get a question like this.
Right.
So it's a conscious effort that the state should embark, and which I think the state is failing, because there are works that persons with disability can do.
Right.
Irrespective of even the person having just secondary school certificate. So I always say that a person who has gone to school and done with school can be at the reception as a client officer.
Yeah.
The person is having certificate, this administrative work, sending emails, receiving calls, and other stuff. Persons with disability can do. Persons with disability can do. We have the certificate and we can work. So I think it should be a conscious effort from the government, a deliberate effort, because sometimes they will bring out the policy, the disability, the thing will not work. And I think personally that they haven't put in much effort. So I think it should be conscious, it should be deliberate, it should be something that we all come together, that we are going to do this for persons with disability. which is lacking in our community. Until we do that, I don't think we always come out and cry. They will solve maybe half of it or part of it, and then we will go back to sleep because we haven't made a conscious effort to. Because if a place like Parliament, we should have persons with disabilities working there, so parliamentarians will even get to know. Because there are some people, when they see you and you are interacting with them, they even marvel at the way maybe you talk to them, the ideas that you bring. So you can imagine that an MP, a person with disability, let's say 30, 50, 60 person with disability working at the presidency or at the Parliament House, or maybe these judicial services, it will create the awareness, and then they will do things to help us. You get it? But you even want to work at those places, and that place they will not even allow you to go and work that place. So I think personally that we should be deliberate as a state, because Nelson Mandela said, a country that fails to take care of the vulnerable shouldn't be called a country.
That's true.
Because if you cannot take care of the vulnerables, those of us, women, children, persons with disability, then what are you doing as a country? So I think it should be deliberate.
They're talking about being deliberate. Remember some years back, we deliberately as a country decided that, and I think it was under Kufuor's time, decided that certain work must be given to persons with disability. And the only one that comes into mind, even though I know there are others, but the only one that comes into mind is what Elisa just said, the toll booth. Yes, that may be a starting point. Unfortunately, Amoakwata decided one day that we should collapse the toll system in this country, and it went off at a point. Has there been any other deliberate policy or deliberate effort by any government aside the toll booth that has said that this particular enclave belongs to persons with disabilities?
Yes, so there's nothing of that sort. This boils down to a person pretending to do something and a person who really wants to do something. What I think is that our leaders in most cases pretend to do the thing. So they will do the thing for a while. When they die, they get the applause, and then they just relax. Because that's what I'm saying, that it should be a deliberate something. And if you are deliberate and conscious about something, you don't do it for a year, 2 or 3, and then you go back to sleep. Sometimes they normally talk about the disability common fund, which is a good thing. But the common fund is there are a lot of people on it. The monies are small, and the leaders, the district assemblies, and those people are also conniving and taking part of the money. Because I'm not speculating. The last parliamentary something that they did, it was shared by my MP, Prince Tapuku. So it came out that some of the what do you call it, MNDCs and the workers were diverting money for persons with disability.
That's true.
So these things are not deliberate. If you put a deliberate thing there, no one will touch the money that belongs to persons with disability. So I think after the Tobo, there is no deliberate effort by any government to promote the welfare of persons with disability. Which is very very bad.
That's right. Elisa, you want to add something? Yes.
Okay, so I think that one more deliberate thing is to give positions, 1 or 2 positions to person with disability in government, in which I personally applaud them for that. At least there are not many, but it's an effort. But I also think that apart from being deliberate about everything, and the implementation of policies should be held in high esteem. For instance, there is a policy about the 5% quota for person with disabilities. It should be implemented. Also, incentives promised to be provided for private institutions should be achieved. So, for instance, I have my supermarkets.
Yes.
And Prince walks in to my supermarket and tells me that, okay, so he can do all the calculations for me with his laptop in terms of everything financial.
Yeah.
And now he tells me that he needs a laptop, he needs white skin, he needs mobile phone headset, and I go in for, let's take it out, 30 to 40,000 Ghana cedis to buy all these items, and thinking that at least the government will give back to me by reducing my tax. Then later I start fighting for it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and I don't yield anything positive. I think I'll find a beautiful excuse, give it to Prince, and leave him redundant.
I agree. Yes. Yes.
That they deliberate and now see. If we look through history, we could realize, or we could just see that women who are also vulnerable like us, they are deliberate issue to elevate them.
Yeah.
So you see affirmative action. You see when a president can say, I will give 50% of my star appointment to women.
Women, yes.
Have you please? This one there, me bisa. But what to say, President Biaba, since His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, the time up till now, say Biaba say when I come, I will give maybe 10% quota for persons with disability.
No.
So that's
the deliberate thing we are talking about.
If you do it, you get people coming on board.
Yeah.
You get brains, because some people even think we are just there. We are there for charity. Even Legon, some of our colleagues will think, you people, you are just in the school.
They don't even think we want to say examination with them.
Really?
Your
colleagues.
Yeah.
Friends there, don't worry. You say you there, madam, the lecture will give you marks. And I'll be laughing.
And they'll tell me that, what am I bothering to learn? But they'll just give me marks.
When we are writing it, the lecturer who is teaching you, come and sit there. Come and sit at our center where we write it, and then we'll be supervising.
Yeah.
So when we bring out these deliberate measures.
No, but Prince, sorry, isn't it? Sorry to cut you, but isn't it heartbreaking that even at the university level,
yes,
you have people who can make such comments. In other words, they don't even appreciate your abilities.
Yes. Yeah, that's why
sometimes they talk out of ignorance.
Yeah.
But so it's up to you. Sometimes I think disability advocacy, sometimes you hear things that be disheartening, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
So sometimes I will explain to them.
No.
And when they are doing presentation, when they are doing group studies, and they listen to the things that I will say, insightful things that I will say, it quickly changes their perception.
Yeah.
Because, oh, Prince, let's wait for Prince before we start.
Oh, okay.
Let's wait for Elisa before we do. Sometimes in presentation, when Elisa is in any group,
yes,
they let her present.
That's nice.
So sometimes we change perceptions.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying, that if we do it that way, it will change perception, because we cannot change it outright. That one day we stand up and persons with disability and everybody will say, oh, everything is fine. But if we enroll programs out, policies like this, it will change perception. So let's say me, I'm maybe a presidential staffer.
Yeah.
Maybe the next 10 years, 5 years, I'm a presidential staffer. And I go to my village at Aguna Koyako, Aguna East. And I'm talking. People will say, that's oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what.
And they'll even motivate their kids.
They'll motivate their kids.
And I think one more thing I want to suggest is that there should be, I don't know if it's an already policy there, but it is not implemented. At least each year, every year, there should be a financial clearance for only person with disability.
Exactly.
Let's take it that maybe 500 financial clearance for persons with disabilities. I'm saying that because, for instance, next 2 years,
Yes.
Civil service gives clearance, financial clearance, and they open the portal for application.
Yeah.
There is no special treatment for me. So I and you, we both apply.
Exactly.
Randomly, they are selecting. Let's take it that fortunately, they even select me.
Yeah.
Now I have to write the exams. In my situation, I need special attention. Instead of 1 hour examination duration given to those with no form of disability, I should have at least 1 hour 30 minutes.
Exactly.
But here lies the case. There is nothing like that. There is no reasonable accommodation like that. So I'll end up not completing my examination.
And
so here lies the case. The one who has no form of disability has the upper hand over me.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Might be I'm more intelligent than the person, but because of those barriers, I couldn't complete, because I know someone who like have to call someone who can see to do the exams for her, for him. Sorry, because it was just a few minutes, and you know we have to now switch on our laptop. Our laptop will be talking.
Yeah.
By the time it's finished reading, the time is already gone. So I think they should have a special financial clearance for us each year, and I told them that that one will be more effective because we might not even exhaust the 500.
I agree. I agree. I think as we wrap up, I think one thing is so clear, and that has to do with our inability to be deliberate as a country. We need to be deliberate. Policymakers, private sector, government entities, we need to be deliberate. Look, if we have 300 unemployed graduates who are persons with disability, 300. If we want to be deliberate, nothing prevents us from saying that we have 3 arms of government. The executive, with all the entities under it, employ 100. The judiciary, with all the courts and the other entities under it across the country, employ 100.
True.
Parliament, you may argue that I don't have much entities, but Parliament can also employ some significant number. Indeed, the point I'm making is that when we begin to be deliberate as a country, it wouldn't take more than 6 months for us if we can't even clear the entirety of the 300 graduates. It won't take more than 3 months or 6 months for us to clear more than 50% of them. And that alone will be an achievement. Look at the number of presidential staffers we have. Look at the number of entities we have. The district assemblies. Even if we are saying we have a little over 200 municipal and district assemblies across the country. I think it's about 250 or so. If we decide that each assembly in this country is taking just 1 graduate, not to talk of those who are not graduates, because they are also equally important. But if we decide that we are paving way for the graduates, I'm sure that it will serve as an avenue for the others to also come in. We need to be deliberate as a country. That's just it. Look at the policy we have. Even the 5% quota, I don't think it is being implemented.
It isn't.
It's not.
I mean, how many appointments did the government do? Out of the number, can we even say that the president was able to adhere to just 1%? I don't think so.
Sir, the thing that I'll say, that we are all not even looking for quote unquote office work. There are a lot of teachers. There are a lot of teachers who like the 300 people that we are unemployed. It's like almost 150 or even more than that are trained teachers.
So they can go. And we have so many communities that are crying for teachers in this country. So many that are crying for teachers in this country. Anyway, the conversation has begun. Prince, sir, your last words.
Okay, so what I will say to our leaders, especially His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, is that he should listen to us. The last time in his sona, he said something. He said the bucks stop with him.
Yes.
And he will never shirk his responsibility. I know he will never shirk his responsibility. He's oblivious to our situation. So I'm calling on him. I'm calling on the chief of staff. I'm calling on the big people in Ghana, both the majority and the minority leaders and the people here, that they should adhere to our plight. We are also human. We are vulnerable. They should do for persons with disability. And I think if they do it, we all smile and everything will be fine. So I'm calling on them. I know they are listening. They should come to our aid. And then you're
very important. Elisa.
Okay, so my final words, I would say that families should educate their little kids on issues related to persons with disabilities, so that the misconceptions will be minimized a little bit. We should put a stop to stigmatizations, because we are also human beings and we deserve love and affection. Also, the government should try their best to be deliberate about our situation, and all policies related to persons with disabilities should be implemented deliberately.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you so much. I really wish we could continue this conversation. But the time is limited. Yes. But as I indicated to you before we came to the stage, Politics and Beyond as a platform is going to be your closest friend.
Wow. And thank you very much.
We are going to work hand in hand.
Yes.
Thank you.
We are going to do everything possible that we can to assist. It is not your advocacy.
Yes.
It is our advocacy.
Yes.
It's for all of us. It is not just for you. It is all of us.
Yes.
And so earlier on, we had Mr. Felix Ban, who is the president of the Coalition of Unemployed Disabled Graduates. And then we also have, as we have here, Prince Ej Otiwa.
Yes.
And then we also have my own beautiful sister, Elisa Ifia Mate.
Yes,
Elisa,
yes.
I really enjoy your smile. Keep it up. It gives hope. That's so great. There's a lot of better things ahead. Yes. And I believe that disability is not the same as inability.
Yes.
Right?
That's the motto of School for the Blind.
Oh, that's
disability
great.
is not
it's
inability.
Not inability. That is right.
Conquers all difficulties.
That's beautiful. I really like that. And look, I have said, and I continue to say, disability, people with disabilities are not selected few. So issues bothering them must not be left only to persons who find themselves in such an unfortunate situation. You've heard the stories. None of my guests this evening was born blind. None of them. It happened as, the years unfolded. And so it is for us as a country to be deliberate. If for nothing at all, that is the advocacy we are taking along today. We need to be deliberate. We need to be deliberate. Government needs to be deliberate. Society needs to be deliberate. NCC needs to be deliberate. Ghana Education Service needs to be deliberate. It must be a holistic thing. The media, NGOs, civil society organizations, we need to be deliberate to make sure that persons with disability are not stigmatized. They are not left alone. They are not left to feel that they are, not part of society. 3 things I will leave us with. Unfortunately, my lesson is gone off, but all that I need us to appreciate, as I indicated, is the fact that persons that have got disability doesn't necessarily mean that they are not able to do anything. I will want to again indicate that subsequent episodes will make time and we'll still be talking about this issue. Government must be deliberate in ensuring that we take care of our brothers and sisters who find themselves in this situation. And we must even get to a stage where parents who are raising persons with disabilities will also be given some support by government. We need to do that. If we're able to cut down some unnecessary expenditures, if we're able to curb corruption, we will be able to have enough money to take off some of these things that are very vital and very, very important. All too soon, this is where time will allow us. I am so happy that we've had this conversation, and I believe that something good will come out of this conversation. Till we meet again next week, all I can say for now is good night.